Hello, everybody, and good morning. Oops. Okay, so my little camera phone holder thing is a little broke right now. Been trying to make it so that way it stands up. All right, there, we're good. We're good. But good morning, everybody. It is wonderful to be back here. As you can see, obviously, we have different scenario. If you missed my last video, it's just kind of an update on where I have been over the last 6 months, very brief. But again, I offer that same thing as I stated yesterday. If you have any questions or want to talk to me about anything, you are more than welcome to, and I will be as transparent and open as I possibly can be. But I want to go ahead and continue off from where we were, which is going to be chapter 16 in the second book of Samuel. Obviously, for me, like, it's been months. It's been a long time since we've gotten back into this, but from a viewer's standpoint, you can obviously just go back and view the last video like that. So it doesn't really transfer over that way. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue reading in as I normally would have, as if no time has gone by. Assuming that you can always just go back and look through it. I do also have a new addition to our assisted learning, which is the Haley's Bible Handbook. It's a really nice, good handbook that goes associated with the Bible. It gives so much in-depth explanation for so many different things, and the sources of information are absolutely just unbelievable. There's just so many credentials and credibility that go into the writing of this book, not to mention that Haley himself, Dr. Henry H. Haley, actually, was an author and a minister who was widely known, actually, for doing a lot of his sermons and reading from the Bible books, like whole books of the Bible, straight from memory. So it's just a good thing to have. I recommend getting it. It's great to help along with understanding some of the things that are happening along that time frame. Yeah, just it's great extra source of information. So, but yes, so chapter 16, we are in the middle of David's troubles. Absalom is trying to overthrow David and everything that's coming from David and Bathsheba, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. But we'll go ahead and just continue on from chapter 16. Looks like 16, and we'll go ahead and just leave it at 16 for now. Just so that way we can kind of get back into the smooth roll of things. I'm sure there will be a point where we get back to about 3 chapters per video. But for right now, we'll just go ahead and stick with this first one. So again, we are in the second book of Samuel, chapter 16. And it starts, when David had passed a little beyond the summit, Ziba, the servant of Mephibosheth, met him with a couple of donkeys saddled, bearing 200 loaves of bread, 100 bunches of raisins, 100 of summer fruits, and a skin of wine. And the king said to Ziba, "Why have you brought these?" Ziba answered, "The donkeys are for the king's household to ride on, the bread and the summer fruit for the young men to eat, and the wine for those who faint in the wilderness to drink." And the king said, "And where is your master's son?" Ziba said to the king, "Behold, he remains in Jerusalem, for he said, 'Today the house of Israel will give me back the kingdom of my father.'" Then the king said to Ziba, "Behold, all that belonged to Mephibosheth is now yours." And Ziba said, "I pay homage. Let me ever find favor in your sight, my lord the king." Verses 5, Shimei curses David, or Shimei. It's either Shimei or Shimei. I'm going to go with Shimei. Shimei curses David. No! All right, I bumped to the table. Sorry, 1 second. Was it good? It's good? Okay. I think we're good. So Shimei curses David. When King David went to Bahurim, there came out a man of the family of house of Saul, whose name was Shimei, the son of Gera. And as he came, he cursed continually. And he threw stones at David and at all the servants of King David. And all the people and all the mighty men were on his right hand and on his left side and on his left. And Shimei said as he cursed, get out, you man of blood, you worthless man. The Lord has avenged on you all the blood of the house of Saul, in whose place you have reigned. The Lord has given the kingdom into the hands of your son Absalom. See, your evil is on you, for you are a man of blood. Then Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, said to the king, why should this dead dog curse my lord the king? Let me go over and take off his head. But the king said, what have I to do with you, the sons of Zeruiah? If he is cursing because the Lord has said to him, curse David, who then shall say, why have you done so? And David said to Abishai and to all his servants, behold, my own son seeks my life. How much more now may this Benjamite leave him alone, and let him curse, for the Lord has told him to. It may be that the Lord will look on to the wrong done to me, and that the Lord will repay me with good for his cursing today. So David and his men went out on the road with Shimei, went along on the hillside opposite him, and cursed as he went, and threw stones at him, and flung dust. And the king and all the people who were with him arrived weary at the Jordan, and there he refreshed himself. Continuing from verse 15, Absalom enters Jerusalem. Now Absalom and all the people, the men of Israel, came to Jerusalem, and Ahithophel with him. And when Hushai the Archite, David's friend, came to Absalom, Hushai said to Absalom, long live the king, long live the king. And Absalom said to Hushai, is this your loyalty to your friend? Why did you not go with your friend? And Hushai said to Absalom, no, for whom the Lord and his people and all the men of Israel have chosen, his I will be, and with him I will remain. And again, whom should I serve? Should it not be his son? As I have served your father, so I will serve you. Then Absalom said to Ahithophel, give your counsel, what shall we do? Ahithophel said to Absalom, go in to your father's concubines, whom he has left to keep the house. And all Israel will hear that you have made yourself a stench to your father, and the hands of all who are with you will be strengthened. So they pitched a tent for Absalom on the roof, and Absalom went into his father's concubines in the sight of all Israel. Now in those days the counsel that Ahithophel gave was as if one consulted the word of God. So was all the counsel of Ahithophel esteemed both by David and by Absalom. All right, so we'll go ahead and stop our reading right there and continue on from chapter 17 tomorrow. I do greatly appreciate you joining me here. I just had this page up. Dang it. 1 second. Kings, 2 Samuel 13. So just as a little recap for what we have in here, it basically covers from chapters 13 to 21, which is going to be all of David's troubles. Absalom probably knew that Solomon was slated to be David's successor as king, hence his effort to steal the throne from his father David. Judging by the space given to the account of it, it must have been one of the most troublesome things in David's reign. It involved defection of some of David's advisors and utterly broke his heart. But Absalom was finally killed and David restored to his throne, which obviously we haven't gotten to yet. Then followed Sheba's rebellion, which happens in chapter 20. Absalom's attempted usurpation probably weakened David's hold on the people, so Sheba tried his hand at it, but soon was crushed. Then the Philistines grew bold again, chapter 21, and again David was victorious. So we will continue on and expect to read all about that in the next few chapters as we continue along and finish up the book of 2 Samuel. We are actually almost done. There are only 24 chapters, and then we will get into the first book of Kings. So that was really great. That was very enjoyable. I have missed doing this. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day, a blessed day. Stay safe out there. Stay close to the Lord, as it is much more reputable and profitable area to be in your life. the last 6 months has been an extremely difficult time with my lapse of dedication to His Word, and it's frustrating, but He is full of grace and mercy, and His forgiveness and all of it renews strongly each and every day. And all we have to do is just turn back, just like the prodigal son, just go back to our first love. So again, I do thank you all so much for joining me with this. I hope to see you again tomorrow for chapter 17. Until then, you all have a wonderful day, have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow.